Young for your delightful spiel about Pamela Henderson. Jake.
I think that a lot of the people in this room are missing the key word in the resolution, and that's the word monitor. If you think, how is the government going to monitor this, and how creepy would that be? Because not only would they be able to tell when you're having sex, but odds are, if they were to use cameras or some other sort of surveillance, they'd be able to see almost every aspect of your life 24/7. Because they have to monitor you 100% of the time, every day, to make sure that you're not going to have sex without trying to create babies.
Oh, Anthony! Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, first of all, I want some points to get over. And first of all, my preface is that I am totally in favor of this resolution. I think that is the smartest thing for America right now, and one of the best decisions we could possibly make. So, Avi, about porn, like, you're not going to suffer. Not because of Mr. Hand, like what Byung brought up, because no one's going to want to watch you jerk off. No offense. But, however, think about this. In this nation, it is illegal to kill another person, unless you're a cop. Porn stars could be like cops, and they could have sex without having babies and have it be legal because of we put procedure and different regulations on porn. Same way cops, they can kill and not be charged with murder. It would be self-defense. And this isn't procreation, it's demonstration. Another thing is that, Byung, you also said that it helps your heart, keeps your cardiovascular rate up. There are other ways to do that besides just having sex. In fact, I remember hearing that having sex for like an hour only burns like 30 calories, so you're not really helping your body that much, unless you're having it like 18 hours a day, like straight. And even then, that's probably, if I'm doing math right, which I'm probably not, it's probably barely 100 calories. So what I would say is that get off your lazy ass and do some push-ups, or run some miles and laps, whatever they're called. I don't know. And Jake, you were concerned about how are they going to do this? You just explained it. They're going to put cameras in the house. Of course, why wouldn't they? Because people are obviously going to have sex every time of the day, especially the married couples, they just have sex all the time. That's what I hear from married couples. They're just constantly having sex and stuff. But I don't think that it can go that way. I think that instead of putting cameras in the house, you have to go to like a facility to have sex, where the government watches you, like those glass windows they have in interrogation rooms, and basically you got to fill out a form like, yeah, this is the person I'm going to have sex with, or I'm going to impregnate, because it's not always your lover that you're having sex with, it's just someone you're going to impregnate. Gay people, they do that to women who can't procreate or are lesbians, so it's possible. One more thing. It would also stop stupid people from procreating if you had to apply for it.
Alright. So, again, like, being a porn star, naturally I have to do my research in various ways of having sex and with various tools and utensils and different modes. And you gotta realize, like, having, like, again, it comes back to monitoring sex. Like, how do they know, like, I'm trying to get pregnant or I'm trying to impregnate someone? Because, like, when you're having sex for, like, procreation reasons, you gotta wait till she's ovulating. You gotta make sure you do it in a position where your stuff's gonna stay inside of her. Like, whether you're like, oh, he's doing reverse cowgirl, that's not for procreation. You cannot do that. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, how, like, I gotta wait till, like, I'm only doing it, like, missionary position? No, because that sucks. Like, what, you know? And so again, you gotta monitor position, you gotta monitor time, you gotta monitor, like, no, there's a bunch of shit, like how when the eggs are at like the optimal placement, and you know, so like you really gonna have a dude waiting, like checking my person I'm going to impregnate's menstrual cycle, her when she's ovulating. Then you're gonna make sure that I'm only doing it in certain positions. You gotta make sure that like nothing's leaking out in any way. And then, you know, it's really too much to quantify. And you realize, like, even if the porn industry were to stay afloat somehow, all that money would be lost by paying people that would have, my job would just be to watch people have sex and make sure they're doing it right, all day. Imagine how much that would suck from my, like, sex life. What if I would just watch people have sex all day? I would not be able to get a boner after, like, a month. Like, that's all that it would do. Like, my sexual stamina would just go down, and that being a porn star is really important to me. That's just, so again, a few things to think about.
So they'd have to make sure when she's ovulating.
Hey, Avi.
Real quick, guys, can you at least, especially Avi, try to keep like a scrap of like not swearing or saying disgusting things constantly? Like, let's just try to keep it
Like not
reasonable.
super explicit. Like you don't gotta describe the inside of the uterus.
Avi, you're this far away from pulling up like a diagram and pointing at things. You're sitting here from the uterus.
You're showing like porn clips. Like, see, she's not gonna get pregnant. She's not gonna get pregnant. So, keep that in mind. We're pretty lax on like the language, but just don't be like overly explicit and just start going into really good details. Yeah. In the back, yeah.
I'd like to ask a question about the resolution. I mean, to wondering if this means that homosexual couples are not allowed to have sex.
Yes, it means homosexuals are not allowed to have sex.
Okay, thank you.
So keep that in mind as we go forward. It also means that lesbians and LGBT are not allowed to have sex.
Why you can't have sex? I'm pretty sure they didn't say nothing about sex.
All right, so Avi, we were talking about how the porn industry is so vital to the American economy. All right, well here's a better result. How about we start from the source of the problem of shortages of food and all these items that we keep on producing and wasting, and deal with the ever multiplying problem of overpopulation. You see,
sex is more fun though.
Hey Matt, want to interrupt him?
Sorry.
Okay, so Byung, you were saying that sex is so healthy and it increases the love hormone and it's great for exercise. You know, like he was saying, there's other ways to show love. There's other ways to show, you know, ways of affection. I'm sure if that was the only way, we'd see like hundreds of couples like getting it on in the hallway passing here. So like, you're going a little too far there. I think that's an illogical fallacy. And so yeah, I think it's a great resolve that we should monitor sex. It would really handle the overpopulation problem, and we'd see a lot more chain reaction of solutions. So.
Okay, Ashley.
Okay, so again, I'm Ashley, just because I realized a lot of people had walked in late. So, also, can I add that the porn and stuff like that, you know, what Avi said, they're doing it under their own will. Like, they're saying that I'm okay to have a camera watch me while I'm doing my business, okay, whatever. But a lot of married couples and a lot of couples, they don't want people watching them while they're doing whatever, while they're having sex. They don't want people watching them, and although those other people that are doing porn want them watching them, other people don't. So that's not fair to the other people that don't want people watching them.
Alright. So, Michael, I like your idea of the overpopulation and everything. It's true. I mean, the planet's growing to be, like, so overpopulated that we need to do something about it. But, I mean, we also have a lot of people already on the planet, and those people need the basic necessity of a job, okay? Now, if we installed this, like, you know, network to monitor people and stuff, you know how many jobs we would create? Just think about that, okay? I mean, we need someone to watch them. I mean, people already watch people have sex anyways on the internet for free. I mean, now we can pay them and give them a job, you know? I mean, there's just so much potential. I mean, I know it comes off as a bad idea, okay? But, I know. But just think of the potential that we have if we just have every single homeless person on the street, you know, watching people have sex for a good wage, you know? So that's all I wanted to say.
Yes, you can speak.
I'm Emily. I'm a junior. I just want to say that no, I don't think the government should monitor sex
sex. Honestly, that's really creepy. I don't want the government to watch me have sex. That's really, really creepy. But sex is good for you. It's healthy. It's a workout. And I know you said you burn 30 calories like an hour or whatever. It's actually like 288 or more per hour. So it is a workout. It's good for you. Go for it.
I'd like to see your sources on that. I want to see some facts. Hard data.
Hard data.
Hard. Okay, third.
So the thing about today now is a lot of us don't have sex to procreate anymore because studies have shown that we've actually started having less kids over the years. Most families only have 1 to 2 kids compared to the past years where it's 5 to 6 because they need them to work during the day. So if we monitor just for procreation, you're basically taking a lot of people's free time away, a lot of couples, which basically is saying, hey, you have to live life boring. Where's the fun in the relationship? Obviously, Byung said we have sex for love. So if you can only kiss your wife, I mean, that's gonna get kind of boring. Let's all be honest here. So I think it's wrong just in general in water because we gotta have fun with the relationship. We love someone because we love them.
All right. Okay, Byung.
I just kind of want to settle the whole sex and health issue. She says that sex burns 288 calories. He says that sex burns like 30 calories. That's because Anthony just lies there, and she is a little more aggressive. For the record, sex on average will burn anywhere between 80 to 300 calories depending on how aggressive you are, or passive, as well as your own body mass and structure. So yes, sex can be quite a workout, or you can just lie there and let her do the work. Okay, second off, I mentioned that sex has cardiovascular properties. I don't mean run a lap cardiovascular properties. I mean literally people who have sex consistently 2 to 3 times a week have I believe it was 33% chance less to end up with stroke or heart attack. That is a considerable benefit. So yes, consistent sex makes people's hearts healthy. And finally, yes, it does release endorphins, it does release oxytocin, it makes you happy, it makes you less stressed, it makes you less, it stops you from focusing on the negative, and you're less likely to suffer from depression with all those endorphins running through your head. So yes, sex is a healthy activity.